You can pull this stick from the truck and then you can try find a way that it'll help you solve the puzzle. You could put it in here, but that doesn't really help. If we move on to the bottom of the truck, you can see there is a dial here that turns. At this point, it is just free spinning and nothing will help you. You can see there are markings on the bottom of the truck, so maybe this moves something through the bottom of the truck. We can flip it upside down. We still don't get anything out. Hold the truck so the back of the truck is facing the table and give it a bang. And out pops this cage, which has the ball that we were hearing moving around inside of there. Getting the ball through this internal maze may take a while, so instead let's look for another tool first that'll help us maneuver the ball through the maze. Take these magnets and move it over top of the metal part near the wheel, and out pops a pin. If we move on to the other side of the puzzle, take the magnets, move it over top of this pin over here. At this point here, we can lift off the truck cab, and that releases the first hidden compartment in the big rig puzzle box. Now, when we're working this maze here, we can use these pins to help us maneuver the ball through the maze. With the star here and the ball in this chamber here, if we tilt this box up to the top, we can get the ball in the center spot here. And at that point here, we can move it down, but we only want to move it down to the 3rd level. So if we get it down too far here, it drops all the way into the bottom. Once we get it into the 3rd level here, we can move it over to this spot. We want to get it down 1 or 2 more rows here. At this point, if the dexterity is not working for you, take a pin and hold it in the spot that you want it to be. So we'll hold it until it drops to here. Then we want to twist the box over to this side, getting it to drop into this chamber here. At this point here, we can work it back up a couple levels. And now it is in this row here, and we need it to get into that center spot. Once it's in the center chamber there, give the box a quick flip and out will pop the ball. And now take this ball and drop it through the right-hand tailpipe. And now we need to work this ball down through this part in the center here. Move it so that it drops into this hole here. There are 2 buttons here that were in between the cab. We need to push this right-hand one out of the way so that the ball drops in. You can see the ball has now dropped in there. Push this piece over to move this piece out on this side, and that allows us to release the last peg that was locking the 2nd compartment into place.